The latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We've been around for about 3 years, and we are on a mission to banish poverty. We've been putting in really solid foundations, and we now are in a position where we're building and generating income to increase our treasury and to add value to our currency and liquidity to our currency. We welcome people from all over the world. Anybody can become a member of We Share Abundance. And it doesn't matter what country you're from, what colour, class, creed, gender, financial status, educational level. We're non-separatist. We don't pigeonhole people. We just see everybody as a human being, part of that wonderful, great family of humanity. And we recognize that every human being is unique, and so has something unique to offer our community. And so every human being is of equal value. With that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'll be heading over there in just a moment to check that things are working there. But I see we've got Lewis in from Portugal in YouTube. But we do get most of the comments from Facebook. And when things go wrong with our app, it's usually in the link between the app and Facebook. So I'm heading over to Facebook right now. And I'm going to make sure my speakers are off. Come on, there we go. And then I'm going to be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. And when it comes up, I'll be looking for the 5th of July. And so far, so good. And if I click to expand, we should get the comments panel up, and we do. And we've got Kingsley in from Manchester, UK, letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Thank you, Kingsley. Okay. Right. We will be starting in a moment in our normal fashion with a short prayer to help you find true happiness in life. Happiness is what everybody seeks. Everybody seeks either to avoid pain or to find joy and happiness, and a combination of both. Ultimately, happiness, true everlasting happiness, is what people seek. And you can't buy that. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. You won't necessarily be happy. Sure, you'll get some pleasure when you buy the car that you've always wanted, or the house, or you go on that vacation, or whatever it may be. But you'll always be searching for more. There'll always be, I need something more, you know, and you'll never be totally happy until you find out that you can only be really, truly happy through loving service to others. And once you get that into your head and you go out and you operate from that standpoint of being of loving service to others, you'll find that everything else that you want and need in life just flows to you. And that is what our little prayer is there to help you with. And then we have an affirmation that helps us with our non-separatist ideology, where we just see everybody as a human being rather than a male or female, or an Asian or a European or an American, whatever. We just see everybody as a human being. And that non-separatist ideology, we have a little affirmation that helps us with that. Helps us to shed any prejudices that we may have picked up along our life path, because we're certainly not born with them. We pick them up from whatever, and they're unwanted. They're not necessary. So we'll help get rid of those, hopefully. So we will get started in a moment. We've still not seen Deborah. And I ask that you keep Deborah in your prayers. She's not been around very much at all, and I am concerned that she may be struggling somewhat in some way or other. So keep her in your prayers. Okay, with that said, let's get on with our little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you. We ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, each member may find the joy of service. And through service, bless each member that they may attract into their life true happiness and everything they want and need. Amen. And our little affirmation goes like, we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Right, let's get on with the show. What we've been doing, we are, if you've not been hiding under a rock, or maybe you've just joined, or maybe you're just passing and you're wondering what's going on, we are currently in the development stage of automating withdrawals from the free tokens that we hand out to our members every month. Every member we have, just by being a member and logging in, the more days you log in, the more currency we give you, and you can increase that as well by stepping up in. We have what we call pools. We've got 6 pools, and if you're in all 6 pools, it's a total of $100. But you can get started in the pools for just $2, and you can get pools 1 and 2 for just $5. And we in fact give you $5 to just complete your registration, and then you can work your way up through the pools totally free. What we're doing, we've been giving tokens away for the 3 years we've been in operation, creating a stock of wealth for our members, but they've not been able to withdraw those tokens because the tokens, we would just have too many tokens out on the marketplace where there wasn't any demand for the tokens. But we are now in a position where we can do something about that, and we are programming that currently so that there will be automated withdrawals from those free tokens. And they're going to start small. They'll start at $10 per member per month. They are only going to be available to people that we class as elite members. Those are people that are all in all 6 pools, whether they've thrown the cash in or whether they've worked their way up. It doesn't make any difference. Once you're an elite member, you're an elite member. So you have to be elite, and you have to be what we class as an active member. And an active member logs in at least half the available days every month. And if you fulfill those commitments, then you will be eligible for our automated withdrawals. They say they'll start small, $10, but you can increase that by helping other people get involved in We Share Abundance. And if you do that, you can increase that by every referral you make at the active elite level will increase your withdrawal limit by $10. So if you bring in just 1 person, you'll be able to withdraw $20 a month. If you bring in 5 people, $50 a month. Bring in 10 people, $100 a month. It's really up to you. There's no time limit on that. You don't have to do it every month. You can bring in 1 person a month. For a year, you would have 12 people. Your withdrawal level would be up to $120. So it's entirely in your own hands, and that's what we are programming at the moment. One big thing that we have done is we set up an emailing system, and we sent out a mailing yesterday to all our registered members and people that were registered in our previous plan, which is going back over 3 years, that didn't transfer into the new plan. So they never opted out or did anything, but so that they are in our sort of live database. So we sent out a message to those that was just over 5. How many was it? I'll tell you. Let me find it. Let me find it. I just have to log into the mailer we set up. Okay. Yeah, 50,598 people on that list that we class as live, if you like. We also have a list of 116,173 that are members that were live at one time, but didn't understand that we were building this wealth for the future for them, and they lost patience with it. They said, oh, what good is it having all that money when I can't touch it? And I can understand that, because there's a lot of hype out there, and everybody's trying to get you to spend money you don't have, get into debt, because that makes the banks a lot of money, and they don't care that you spend your life struggling to pay it off. So the education that people have pushes them towards the impatience of building wealth and saving for the future. And that's what we've been doing. But those people that did lose interest, we take them out of the database from our active account, if you like, but we don't destroy their records. We do have records of where they were, and we will be contacting those people as we get the withdrawals closer, to let them know that we are now activating the withdrawal system from the wealth bill that they've had, and we will be putting in place a system where they'll be able to come back, put in some information and click a button, and that will reactivate their account, and they will not have lost anything. They won't have been making anything while they've not been active. You know, some of them crazy, because just by being active, you make money every month in lots of different ways. But say some people lost patience, but they will be able to come in and reactivate, and they'll be able to get back those funds that they have in their wealth builder. It'll still be there for them. And some of these people that lost patience literally have over $100,000 in there, so they'll be able to get that back. Some have maybe only got 1,000 or 2,000. A lot of them have got tens of thousands. So they'll be able to come back, fill in a bit of information that will verify that they are the real person, click a button, and then they'll be able to log in and carry on as though they'd never been gone. But we take them out of the database. It saves cluttering up the database, but we've saved that information on the side, and so that will be available to the people, and that's why we've got that list of whatever I said it was, 160,000, I think it is, people that do have funds in We Share Abundance. Of course, there are some people also that left We Share Abundance and had refunds, and their funds have been wiped out. They will be able to rejoin and start over from scratch as a new person. So there are two classes of people there. There are those that said, yeah, okay, I'm out, I want a refund, give me back whatever you can, and I don't care, close my account. Those people, their account has been deleted, and they won't be able to just pick up where they left off, because where they left off, they've got nothing anyway. But there are people, like I say, that just haven't logged in. They lost interest, I can't be bothered logging in, I can't draw any money out. And so those people, once they've not logged in for 2 months, they go into that. We remove them from our live database, and it saves cluttering up the database. They will be able to get back in and continue. Okay, who else have we got in? We've got, let's see, we've got Bozina in from up in Scotland, Edinburgh. I believe the King's been up there, I think, today. We've got Andrew in from, that's King Charles III, for those of you that don't know. We've got Andrew in from New Zealand, where it will be, what day is today? Wednesday today, isn't it? I think if it's Wednesday today, it's good morning Thursday to Richard to Andrew in New Zealand. And then we got Richard in from Devon in the UK, not far from here. And we got Reynold in from Trinidad and Tobago. And I know Reynold likes the prayers, and he missed them. He's going to have to watch the replay for them. Okay, right. So that's a little bit of information on what we're doing, and we're hoping that we can get that completed by the end of this month and go live with it on August the 1st. It may take longer. We may get it done quicker. But our target is to get that live on August the 1st. Ah, look at that. We've got Deborah in. I've just been saying, I hope you're well, Deborah, because we've missed you. And for people to keep you in their prayers, and you've just popped up as an answer to our prayers. So that's Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. Lovely to see you, Deborah. I hope all is well with you in the world, and look forward to seeing more of you as we got accustomed to. Okay. Right, so that basically covers what we're doing on the development side. There have been one or two little things as well, and there will be some development. We'll have to pull Devyani off for a short while because I am working on compliance of the Turnkey Cash Cow program to match the Facebook community standards, so that we don't cause any hiccups when we start that marketing campaign. We're already in the warm-up stages. It will be starting very quickly, so I need to get that completed. And once that's done, we'll have the new site up. We have members that have been in the Turnkey Cash Cow program for some time. Their benefits will always be what we promised them at the time they joined. We may enhance that in some way, but we will never reduce it, okay? We will try to bring everything to a parity, and there may be a trade-off in some aspects where we take away something and give something that we will be of greater value, because we've got to work things out a little bit. But that is in process with me now. But I've also today been spending a lot of time on paying people from our secondary staking program. Yesterday I got all the stable stake payments sent out. Today, secondary staking I've been working on. I've got most of them done, actually. I've got, let me see if I can pull up how many we've got to do. It's less than 20 now, I'm pretty sure. Just if I can find it. If you're waiting for your payment and you've not got it, you may be one of the you may be one of the unlucky ones that we're still waiting to pay. Just let me find it again here. Secondary stakes. Oh dear, is it gonna? Oh no, it's here. I thought it was going to log me out. We have 10. There's only 10 people to pay now. Actually, there are another 2 people to pay, so there are 12 people to pay. But those two people, we don't have a wallet to pay them. I keep trying to get them to set a wallet up so we can pay them. And that is that is where we are. And one of them has several payments outstanding. So if we got the wallets in total, it's still only 16 payments to make to bring everything up to date. But it's effectively there are 10 that I know I'll be able to make tomorrow that'll clear all the secondary staking payments for this month. I've lost. There we go. So that will then pretty much free me up a little bit. We are looking at also we have the Vortic 10K Club, which will need payments, but I won't get onto them until weekend. So I'll get a couple of days in on the Facebook compliance, and hopefully also getting back to the Fun Miracles developers, trying to get that started as well. It is busy, but it's better than having nothing to do, I suppose. Okay, so that basically is an update on things. If you don't know what the Fun Miracles is, we are creating a site where people will be able to play games and make money, good money, win 7 games in a row for over $30,000 in prize money. There is an entrance fee to the prize games, but it's only $2. So it's there, it's available, and it's not there, but it will be there and available. But people will also have the option to come along and just play for fun if they want to, without getting involved in the prize games. Okay. The delay on that has been because of bots and this AI, what is it? Artificial intelligence. If we're running a game where people can win money, it's open to the people that want to cheat and not use their own skills, but bring in bots with this AI to play the games instead of themselves. And that is the biggest obstacle that we've had, because we had this almost ready to go, and then this cropped up. And certainly when people can win over $30,000, there's going to be this, and we don't want it to be bots competing against one another. We want a fair, level playing field for every member. And we want it to be in a way that every member, regardless of their background or educational level or whatever, will have an opportunity to win. So it's something that we are working on, and getting that done and protecting the members is what's caused a lot of delays. We were almost ready to go, probably a couple of months ago, or 3 months even, I don't know. I lose track of time. So that is also underway. We've only sent out that one email so far to those live members, because there are a lot that have logged in, so they've not been removed, but they don't know what's going on because they don't read all the messages and they don't attend the live events and so on. So we will be sending out more emails to them to bring them up to date with what's going on. And just to give you some idea of numbers that we have now at the moment, the last 24 hours, we had a net increase of 15 in our registered members. These are people that we've not taken out, but we do take quite a few out every day, actually. But they will be able to come back in once we get that reinstatement thing programmed, as well as the withdrawal system. So we had a net increase of 15. That means we had 15 more registrations than people we took out, and it stands at 39,652. I told you we had 50-odd thousand people that were mailing. So there are people that didn't transfer over into We Share Abundance from Gold Mailer that we are also mailing. And then there are an awful lot as well that we will get onto mailing in the not too distant future. Those are people that have been taken out of the system. As I say, there's 160-odd thousand of those. Right. The one thing about that, by the way, when they do reinstate, if they were in your network, they will automatically go back into your network. So, you know, you may have referred people that have dropped out. If they drop back in, they'll drop back in under you again. Okay. We also had a 21, an increase of 21 in our active members. Those are the people that are logging in at least half of the available days in a month. Something going on this computer. Just a minute. Oh, it's Skype. I don't know. We'll give that. I don't think that would be. I don't think it'll be Deviani, because she's, I think, at the airport. I just want to check. No. Okay. Yeah, she's at the airport picking up her daughter who's coming home for the summer vacation. She's in college, like a 3-hour flight away, where she's in one of the most prestigious colleges in India. She's done very well. Okay. So 21 increase in the active members to 3,680. Multiply Visa, there's been not enough cents on our login from the revenue share to push us up another $1. We're still at $10,187 in the bonus pool. The email verified members is up by 37 to 15,127, and that's it really for your numbers. Multiply Visa is pretty much dormant at the moment, and it will be until we can do what we're doing with the Visa Abundance token. What we're doing with the Visa Abundance token is we have created a new token which we will be changing over to on the Binance Smart Chain rather than in Waves. There are lots of good reasons for doing that. It will make it much more accessible, and it will be easier to handle the liquidity, I think. And I say I think because the way we want to handle the liquidity doesn't appear to have been done before. So I'm also, in my spare time, researching a little bit about how we can do that, and maybe some of the things that we will need to handle programmatically in there, which so far we haven't built into the withdrawal system, but possibly will need to be built in. Maybe not immediately, but it certainly will need to go in there. But I need to really get into the ins and outs of what is currently available, and then what is possible that isn't available. Okay, so that's another thing. Once we've got that switch over done, we will be in a better position to know how we can handle the Visa token, because we're talking about the Visa Abundance token initially, and the switch over for that will be relatively simple. We will be able to manage that for the members pretty easily without them getting concerned or anything about losing. That nobody's going to lose anything. The WISA token is a little bit of a different situation because there are literally millions of WISA tokens out on the Waves exchange at the moment. And there are an awful lot of WISA tokens that are also in the Multiply WISA site that could potentially be withdrawn as well. So we need to do something there, and we'll probably do it through the Multiply WISA site, actually. We will probably, first of all, just allow people to withdraw the tokens that they have in the WISA site into the new WISA token that we will be putting on the Binance Smart Chain as well. And that will be linked to a liquidity issue as well. And so the ones that are in the Waves exchange will just stay there for quite some time. But the people that are in Multiply WISA that have WISA tokens in there will be able to start generating income from them and withdrawing them into the new. But that will come after we've done the WISA abundance. It's not going to happen too quickly, but it will happen. The way that we handle the WISA tokens on the Waves exchange may also come through the WISA abundance site. People may have to upload them into there and get them converted. But those uploaded tokens will have a limited withdrawal in the same way that we have a limited withdrawal for the free coupons, the free tokens that we hand out to the WISA Abundance members. Okay, We Share Abundance, right. I don't think I've got anything else for you. The offer is still available in ETF pools, if we can get that up. I don't think there's been any additions to that in the last 24 hours, so we're still looking for about 10,000 for somebody to have a trip to Bahrain. The Beyond Infinity offer is still there for the car plan. At 125% of your deposit, you'll get a car worth. You put $1,000 in, you get a $1,250 car, basically. No, you get a $125,000 car. If you put $1,000 in, you get a $125,000 car. If you put in 500, you get half of that, and if you put in 250, you get half of that. So it's still there. They normally are working on a 100 times basis. So $1,000 contribution gets you normally $100,000, not a $125,000 vehicle. And that is going to be running through the rest of July now. So it's a good time to buy. We managed to get one in yesterday, only for $250, but it gets us that extra 50%, doesn't it? So it will be, once all these cars that we have lined up, we will be selling them, and it will all go into the treasury for We Share Abundance members. Okay. Some news on funds. Funds has been, they stopped withdrawals basically. In fact, the funds, CoinMarketBull and Afro Arbitrage Systems all stopped withdrawals. Afro Arbitrage been stopped for over 2 months now, I think. No, I think it'll be 2 months on the 15th of this month. CoinMarketBull been stopped for about a month or so, and funds have been stopped for a couple of weeks perhaps. Funds are planning to get their withdrawals back in the very, very near future, a matter of a few days. So that's some good news there. Afro AAS are in the process of getting relaunched, if you like. And when that happens, that is supposed to be happening within the next couple of weeks. We have to wait and see. Then their payments will start again. CoinMarketBull, I don't know where we're up to with that, but they are still there, still doing things, and hopefully that will come back in the not too distant future. ETF pools and Vortic pay out like clockwork and are really solid programs. I don't know the management of ETF pools as well as I know the management of Vortic, and for that reason I favour Vortic more, because I'm more I have a better connection, if you like, with the management there than I do with ETF pools. So that is why I think Vortic is the number one opportunity, third-party opportunity for passive income that we have. Get in there at whatever level you can. The minimum is $50, and then just work it, compound it, compound it, compound it, add more in when you can. Make it a goal to get to over $10,000 in Vortic. And once you do that, your financial worries will be over forever. It may take you a few years if you've got to start with $50. I can't remember now. I do have a spreadsheet that you can access, and it'll show you that if you don't put any money in. I think it's about 3.5 years. Without putting any additional cash in, you can work your way up to that $10,000 level. Still really good. You know, $50 one time. Just keep compounding, compounding, compounding. Don't pull anything out, and in 3.5 to 4 years, you'll be on easy street. Of course, if you've got more money now, put it in. It shortens that journey drastically. If you got 10 grand, you know, 10 grand in a pension fund will buy you nothing. You know, you're looking at a few dollars a week, maybe. 10 grand in Vortic, you can retire on 5,000, growing to 20,000 and 50,000 a month in a very short period of time. But 5,000 in about I think it's about seven months. I can't remember the figures from the spreadsheet, but it is available to you. So don't waste your time with 10 grand in a pension fund. If you've got a pension fund worth a couple of $100,000, get 10 grand out, put it in Vortic. You'll make more than the other 200,000 will make in your pension fund, and it won't affect your pension fund much anyway. You'll only lose perhaps $2 or $3 a week at the most. So it's a good move. Vortic, very sound, pays out very well. And of course, if you choose to share Vortic, they have a really, really powerful compensation plan that will assist you in getting where you want to go fast. Okay. I don't really have, as I say, anything else to add. I don't think. I did want to mention those things, and that funds on the Telegram group are saying that they'll be back in action. They will be paying out slightly less than they have been, not much less. They're saying it'll be capped at 3%, but I think usually it's only been about 3.1% a week anyway, so you're not going to lose very much, I don't think. They are introducing a withdrawal fee of 3%, fair enough, and I think they're locking your capital up for, I think it was 9 months. Although they mentioned 6 months. I think it was originally 6 months and they moved it to 9. But anyway, it's going to be 12 months before you can withdraw your initial stake. So, but as long as they come back and keep going, fine, okay. Right. So I'm just going to check in the app to see if we've got any questions or anything in there from people on Twitch or YouTube. And scrolling down, I can't see it. So that's it. I'll be here with you tomorrow. Same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly. Until then, auf Wiedersehen. And be out there, get out there, be We the Warriors. Give away some of our free coupons to help people make some money. You know, they don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay anything. It benefits everybody. It's a win-win-win situation. So get out there, do your little bit, start sharing love and abundance. You'll find that your life will be a much happier, contented life once you make that your goal, and everything else that you want and need will come to you. Be We the Warriors. Go the extra mile. So until tomorrow, I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Whoa, in a wild crocodile.